Good morning, everyone. This is Amit Kumar Singh, and welcome to my yet another session on mathematics. So, this session is basically for all the students who are in class 11 standard and they just came into the what you say tendency of understanding the relationship between equation and inequation. Right now, they would be maybe they just come out from that euphoria of set and relation, and now they are struggling to understand function, and suddenly one bouncer came in the form of inequalities. So guys, understand these are learning set relation functions inequalities are very important because ultimately they are creating a foundation for your calculus. So these are prerequisite for working on calculus. So probably when we talk about calculus and we are trying to understand the very important relationship, and that relationship talks beyond equality. Till now in mathematics, when we solve the problems on mathematics, we always solve questions in the form of equality. It means LHS is equal to RHS. So either I get a problem on simple equation, linear equation, or quadratic equation, cubical equation. Ultimately, what I do, I just try to make LHS equal to RHS, and I spend my time solving the question. Maybe it's quadratic or cubical, or maybe any polynomial equation. I try by the formula, or I either try by hit and trial method. But ultimately, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get the answer. And the very fact which helped me to get the answer is the sign called equal to. Okay, because that gives me a lot of confidence because you understand. So it's like a relationship. We have a relation with a maths, and that relation what we have with mathematics, that relationship become very strong when we see this equal to sign. Means we see equilibrium, but that equilibrium does not works when we talk about inequalities. So when we talk about inequalities, we actually trying to swim in a ocean of numbers. We are talking about a number line, and in the number line we are trying to swim, and we are trying to figure out that relationship, the extreme relationship. So in that extreme relationship, will that variable will be included or not? And that relationship what we have with mathematics in the form of number line, so that concept actually help us a lot to solve the problem on inequalities. And in that understanding, the very important what you say, the theory or a method which help us to get or derive us to reach to that conclusion probably, or to find the range of the solutions what we can get, is the Wavy curve method. So when I talk about mathematics, and specifically mathematics, I'm talking about algebra. So algebra is all about finding out the relationship between variables and constant. And we are trying to, when we are trying to establish this relationship can be in the form of equal to sign, which is there in the form of equation, or it can be in the form of inequation. So inequation, I basically means when LHS is not equal to RHS. So if your LHS is not equal to RHS, means what can happen? So it can be your LHS can be it can be greater than RHS. It can be your LHS can be greater than RHS. It can be LHS can be greater than or equal to RHS, or it can be your LHS can be less than RHS, or the relationship can be your LHS can be less than or equal to your RHS. So when you're finding the relationship between LHS and RHS in the form of inequation, so you can think about that relationship in this four forms. Okay, so and ultimately what help us to establish this relationship is basically this relationship what I'm talking about, this relationship of inequalities. When we're trying to understand the very important framework which help us to understand this relationship of inequalities is the number line. And in the number line, basically, we talk the representation on the number line. When we talk about these representation on a number line, when we're talking about this representation, so this representation on a number line, when we are trying to work on, so the very important framework which help us to understand this is either we talk about equation, or basically I should use a word called inequation, either in the form of open interval or we talk about this relationship in the form of closed interval, we talk in the term of closed interval, or we talk in the term of semi-open interval. So I can say semi-open or semi-closed. Okay, so semi-open interval. Basically, what we talk in open interval, maybe like suppose if I talk about a relation like x is between a and b. So you can see this. So here there's no equal to sign along with the inequality sign. So I can talk about the relation. Simply, I just wrote I can write anything. Okay, I can write that x is greater than a. I can write x is less than a, or x is greater than or equal to a. X is less than b, or greater than b, greater than equal to b, or x is anything. X is greater than equal to b, equal to b, or it can be more than b, more than equal to b, less than b, less than or equal to b. I hope you are understanding. So when we talk about open relationship, I'm just giving you an example. Okay, this is just an example, and to understand open interval. So when we talk about open interval, and for example, there's a variable called a. So for example, there's a variable a, and that a is more than, sorry, I'm very sorry. There's a variable called x. Suppose I'm talking about a variable called x, and that x is greater than a, but that x is less than b. Okay, so the same thing if I have to write in the form of set representation. So how I'll write the same thing? So I'll write the same thing like this: that x is the element, x is the element from A to B. So here A to B. So here the value of x is any value which is more than A. And the value of x goes till any value which should be not equal to B but less than B. So that we represent with open brackets. So this relationship we represent with an open bracket. So this relationship, I hope you can understand, this relationship we can establish in the form of open bracket. Okay, now talking of closed interval. So when we talk about closed interval, so what we basically discuss in closed interval, maybe suppose x is more than or equal to a, and but less than and equal to b. So relationship can be like this. It's again example. Okay, so again example. So here I can write x is the element from a to b. So here when I'm considering the value, so here when I'm considering the value, so along with a, so the value of x is from a to b, and there I'm including the value of b also. Okay, so this we basically represent with close bracket. This we basically represent with close bracket. Okay, so or sorry, I should use a word called square bracket. So I can use that word also. Normally, maybe suppose this is suppose this is A and this is B. So when I talk about this relation that x is between A and B, so here we represent this relationship with, like, if I have to establish the value of x, so I'll write the value of x is from A to B, where the value A and B will not be included. Okay, so that we represent with this whole hollow circle, you can understand. Similarly, if I talk about the relationship like this, suppose this is A and suppose this is B, and the value of my x is from A to B, where the graph is like this, that the x value is from A to B, where the value of A and B would be included. So that I represent with this filled circle. So the value of x is from A to B, where the value of A and B will be included. Okay. So I hope you understood, and this I represent with to write it this. So I'll write this is x. What are the elements included in x? So that I represent with square bracket. That means that the value of A and B will be included. This is inclusive. This is inclusive. This is inclusive. Inclusive of both A and B. So if I'm saying x is greater than or equal to 2, so if I'm saying x is greater than or equal to 2, it means the x include all the value from 2 to infinity. It means x will include all the values from 2 to infinity. If I'm saying x is greater than 2, it means x will include all the values more than 2, not 2. Okay, here I am assuming this x is an integer. Okay, so here I'm assuming x will take any value more than 2, but not 2. Okay, I hope you understood this and all. So this is very important framework, which is very important for us to realize this. So basically in inequalities, when we talk about the relationship can be greater than, it can be greater than or equal to, it can be less than, or it can be less than or equal to. So we normally represent the relationship in the form of number line, and you can see when the values are not inclusive, so that we represent with the open bracket or small bracket. That would be the, what you say, the that would be the language for which we can speak with mathematics in real number. So here on the number line I can talk about that relationship where you can see the difference in this in the circle. One is filled circle, another one is hollow circle. So we use, when the value is not inclusive, we use hollow circle, and when the value is inclusive, we use the filled circle. So that depends on if there's a value called greater than equal to, so we use filled circle. So I hope you can easily understand this. Okay, so now going further, now 1 minute. Now going further, this open interval, close interval, now semi-open interval, I hope you can easily understand. So I talked about open interval, I talked about close interval, it can be semi-open or semi-close interval. So here you can see the value of x is from A, the value of x is from A, but it's not inclusive of A. That's why I use open bracket for A, while the value of A is still B, inclusive of B. Okay, so inclusive of B. So here I'm using the close bracket. So that will help you to understand this relationship. Now you can see this question on inequality. So you can see this question. So before that, this small idea I want to give you. I hope you know that you, if I ask you like what is the relation between 1 and 2, so you'll say 2 is greater than 1. Okay, similarly if I say that, okay, so if I multiply -1 with both sides, so if I multiply -1 to both sides, if I multiply -1 to both sides, so what will happen then? Then what will happen? Then whenever you multiply -1, now what would be the relation? Now when you see -1 and -2, you know that -1 is bigger than -2. That what happens. So like if you, so if there's a variable called A and if there's other variable called B, so if there's a variable called A, there's a variable called B. So if you add anything to that, if you add to both LHS and RHS the same variable, no changes will happen. So the positive value you add, you multiply, anything you do, that relationship will not get affected. So provided this k is positive, provided k is positive. Okay, so but the moment if you multiply the moment if you multiply negative variable, then automatically this relationship will get changed. The automatically this relationship is get changed. So if you multiply any negative variable, automatically the relationship will change. Addition, subtraction will not create any effect on the relationship, that inequality relationship. But multiplication or dividing, multiplying or dividing, probably multiplying or dividing will affect the relationship if you do with negative variable. So a divided by k will not affect, a divided by k will not affect the relationship provided k is great, is a positive integer, but this relationship will get reversed if k is a negative variable. Okay, so here if your k is a negative variable, I hope you understood this very simple thing I'm talking about. Okay, so like if I'm saying something like this, so 100 is less than 200, but if you divide -2 to both the side, if you divide -2 to both the side, what will happen? You'll get minus 50, here you'll get minus 100. And you know that minus 50 is bigger than minus 100. Okay, so that is what I'm talking about here. Very simple thing I'm talking about here. Now you can see this question. So you can see this question. Suppose this question is like that: 16 minus 5x is greater than or equal to 21. So what I prefer whenever I see any variable having negative sign in equality, I prefer to multiply both sides with minus 1. So if I do minus 1 here, so I'll get 5x minus 16, which is less than or equal to minus 21. So then I'll get the value of x as less than or equal to 1. So when I'm seeing the value of x is less than or equal to minus 1, so then it means that the x will take all the values from minus 1 to infinity. So probably where the minus 1 would be the value of minus 1 would be inclusive of that. So this just an basic question to make you understand the concept of inequalities in much more better way. Okay, so when we talk about inequalities, I can talk about inequalities as a polynomial inequality. I can talk about inequalities in the form of polynomial inequality. So like suppose if I want to solve this question, suppose I want to solve this question, suppose the question is like this, that the value of x, so this question you have to find the value of x, where you got this relationship that x minus 3 into x minus 5 is greater than 0. It's a form of quadratic equation. So if you open the bracket and all, ultimately you'll get a quadratic equation. So ultimately here the relationship, or the roots, what you're getting, so you are getting that root in this manner. Now what you can do, guys, you can draw a number line. Can draw a number line. In the number line, identify the critical point. So what you can do, draw a number line and identify the critical point. So how will you identify the critical point? Because in order to plot the values, because this is the problem of inequality. So it's not the problem of linear equation which you can solve very easy, but this is a problem of inequality. And in order to work on the relevancy of the inequalities, we have to find out the range of values what the x can accept. So while looking for this range of values what the x can accept, what I'll do, I'll draw the number line, and then what I'll do, I'll determine the critical point. So how will I determine the critical point? I'll determine the critical point assuming like for the time being, I know that is not real, but for the time being I assume x minus 3 equal to 0. So if I assume x minus 3 equal to 0, then the value of x I'll get is 3. Okay. Similarly, I'll assume x minus 5 equal to 0. So the value of x I'll get is 5. Okay, so on the number line, so I drawn this number line where I believe everyone have a basic knowledge about number line. So I've drawn this number line and I plotted these critical points. Those are 3 and 5. Okay, now what you have to do? So you have to see the set of values which are acceptable. So you cannot work on trial and error method like kind of concept here. So you need to set up a value. You have to identify those values of x which can give you the positive solution here, not equal to 0, greater than 0. Okay, you are looking for only positive solution. Okay, here, so here the value of x can be the critical point what you can establish. It would be 3 and 5. So now to figure out the set of values what the x can accept. Now what you do, because this is like a boundary, you set this boundary. So one boundary you set on 3, the other boundary you're setting on 5. So what you do then, for first thing what you do, think of any value greater than 5. Suppose, think of any value greater than 5. Suppose I thought of 6. Suppose I thought a value of x called 6. So if I thought a value of x called 6, so you don't have to solve this question. Okay. So what you need to do, you have to find out the solution. Like if you set any value, if you think of any value of x more than 5, will you get positive solution or will you get negative solution? You just need to think that part in wavy curve method. So if I think any value more than 5, that value can be anything. You can think 100, you can think 1000, you can think 1 crore. So for the time being, I'm just thinking any value more than 5. I can think 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5 point someone. So I can think that also. But here what I'm thinking, just for the sake of simplicity, I assume x equal to 6. So if I thought a value called x equal to 6, then what will happen? Then here 6 minus 3, I'll get a positive value. Okay, then 6 minus 5, I'll get a positive value. What you do here, just write plus sign. Plus sign means if you take any value more than 5 here, you'll get a positive value only. Okay, so it doesn't matter you take 6 or 7 or anything. You just focus on sign here. Then think of any value between 3 and 5. Suppose I thought 4. Then 4 minus 3 would be positive, but 4 minus 5 would be negative. Ultimately, you'll get here negative value. Ultimately, you'll get here negative value. Okay. Then you think of any value less than 3. Any value less than 3, you can think, suppose x equal to 2. So suppose if you think x equal to 2, then 2 minus 3 would be minus 1. And 2 minus 5 would be 2 minus 5 would be minus 3. So minus 3 into minus 1 would be positive. So just think of that and just think of the sign. So if you take any value of x less than 3, then also you will get the positive value. Okay, now once you understood this, now you can draw a VV curve here. So I can draw a VV curve here. Now, the set of values what the x can accept is only positive value. Okay, so what I'll write this equation as x is the x include what value? X can include all the values from minus infinity to 3. X can accept all the values from minus infinity to 3, union of 5 to positive infinity. That this would be the value of x. Fine. So this will be your value of x. Very simple. So imagine if there would be, imagine here same question only. Imagine same question only if I would have asked you x minus 3 into x minus 5. Suppose if I would have asked you less than 0, then the answer would be x is the element from 3 to 5. So if you are looking for negative value, then you will get the negative value between 3 to 5. If exclusive of 3 and 5. Open bracket means you will not include that value. Okay, so I hope you understood this. And guys, the very important thing you have to understand here, that like if you see this question, here, so the very important thing you have to understand here, that if you see this question, if you see this question here, so whenever you draw the number line, once you identified your critical point, once your critical points are identified and you have drawn the number line, once your critical points are identified and you have drawn the number line, what you have to understand one thing, that when you are starting, you can always start here. You can always plotting when you have to put the here you have to see the range of values, no positive, negative. What will happen to this equation? So you have determined a critical point. Always understand the extreme right will always give you positive value. Extreme right will always give you the positive value here, provided the sign of x should be positive. Provided the sign of x should be positive. If the sign of x is not positive, then you can check it once. Otherwise, if the sign of x is positive, so the extreme right will always give you the positive value only. Okay. Now, once you've done that, now what you are doing, now you have to go from this end to here. You have to reach from here. So you are crossing a threshold or the critical point called 5. What you see, just see the power of this equation. If the power of this equation is an odd number, then the sign will change. While if the power of this equation is an even number, then this sign will not change. So here this equation, this value critical point 5 you got from this equation, and the sign of this is 1. So this sign will change. So plus will become minus. Then you can see 3. Now 3, the power is 1. So again the sign will change. So this way, if you do, you can do much more faster. So you don't have to spend time solving the question. You can do it much more faster. So if you work on this way. Okay. Now the next thing you can do is suppose if you want to solve this equation, x into x square minus 4 is less than or equal to 0. So this x square minus 4, you can write x minus 2 into x plus 2. So this is less than or equal to 0. So I can plot a number line. So you can identify your critical point. So your critical point would be -2. It can be 0 and it would be +2. Very simple. है ना? So you can draw a number line and first put x equal to 0, then put x minus 2 equal to 0, and then put x plus 2 equal to 0. So then you have identified the critical points. Once you have identified the critical point, then I told you that the extreme right would be always plus. The extreme right would be always plus. Then you see this critical point. This is +2. So how you get the +2? You got +2 from here. So what is a power? Power is 1. So the sign will change. It will become minus. Okay. Now then 0. 0 is this. So sign of that is odd. So the sign it will change. And again it will change. Very simple. So otherwise, if you are not very confident on this, you can take any value. So here you can consider any value. Here you can consider any value greater than 2. You consider any value greater than 2. So if you consider any value greater than 2 here, ultimately you will get a positive value. Okay, now here what you do, consider any value of x between 0 and 2. So you will get a negative value. So suppose x is 1. So x is 1, then 1 minus 2 would be negative, and 1 plus 2 would be positive. So x is 1, that is positive. 1 minus 2 is negative, and 1 plus 2 is positive. So positive into negative into positive will give you negative value. Now here you choose any value of x between 0 and -2. So you choose any value of x. You choose any value of x between 0 and -2. If you choose any value of x between 0 and -2, you will get a positive value only. If you want to try, you can try. Suppose x is -1. So -1 is negative. -1 minus 2 is, that is -3. Again negative. Negative into negative, positive. Okay. Then -1 plus 2 is positive. Ultimately negative into positive. You will get positive value. Now here, if you think of any value of x less than -2, so it doesn't matter. You take -3, -10, -10 crore. Doesn't matter. You get negative value. I hope you understood this. This way, if you apply the shortcut, you can do it much more faster. You can get the answer in much more faster. Now, if you want, you can plot a wavy curve here. So this is wavy curve. So this is your wavy curve. This is like this. So here the value what you're looking for is less than or equal to. So the value what you're looking for is less than or equal to. So here equal to is also there. The value of x would be from minus infinity to -2. So the -2 would be inclusive because equal to they are asking. X can be 0 also. If you put x equal to -2, the equation will become 0. Then union of 0 would be inclusive to 2. So this would be answer. So you can find this. So these values will be acceptable. So these value would be acceptable. So the value of x would be the value of x here. The value of x here would be 2, 0 and -2, and they should come into the solution. You can see -2 is there, 0 is there, you can see 2 is there. So that way you got the answer. Clear, right? So very easy question. Now I suppose if I ask you this question, that suppose my question is like this. So here 2 minus x into x minus 5 is greater than equal to 0. So if you notice here the coefficient of x is not positive. So here the outermost right value, whatever you determine your critical point, that will not be positive. So I can make this equation positive. I can make this the coefficient of x positive by multiplying -1. So if I multiply -1 here, so I can write this equation. So at the other way, don't multiply and all. you simply draw the number line, nothing, you can simply draw the number line. So if you put 2 minus x equal to 0, so the value of x can be either 2 or the value of x can be either 5. Okay, so the value of x here can be 2 or the value of x can be 5. Here don't put the right outermost, the extreme value is positive, because you can understand here one of the coefficient of x is negative. Okay, so you can trial error you can do. You can let x equal to 6. So 2 minus 6 is negative and 6 minus 5 is positive. So negative into positive would be negative value. So this is negative. Then now put any value, you can put any value between 2 and 5. So you can put any value between 2 and 5, suppose 3. So 2 minus 3 is negative and 3 minus 5 is negative. Negative into negative, you will get positive. Or otherwise, you can see this here, you are jumping now. So here 5 power is 1, so the sign will change. This sign will change. So you are looking for greater than or equal to. So you are looking for greater than or equal to. You are looking for greater than or equal to. So if you draw the number line, if you draw this, if you draw the wavy curve, if you draw the wavy curve, your wavy curve would be like this. So you're looking for greater than or equal to. So here this value would be, both would be inclusive. 2 and 5 both would be inclusive. So the value of x would be from 2 to 5, close bracket. So the value. So here we always determine the range of values. So the value of x would be from 2 to 5. Okay, inclusive of 2 and 5. Fine. Now see the fourth question. Suppose if I ask you this question, x into x minus 5 is greater than or equal to 6. Suppose if I ask you this question, now you can see the RHS here is not equal to 0. So when we use that critical point determination and all, we try to make sure our RHS should be would be 0. Try to do that. So you can open the bracket, x square minus 5x minus 6 is greater than or equal to 0. So you can write x square minus 6x plus x minus 6 is greater than or equal to 0. So if you take x common, so x minus x plus 1 into x minus 6 is greater than or equal to 0. So x plus 1 into x minus 6 is greater than or equal to 0. So ultimately what you can do, if you plot the number line, and here the critical point would be minus 1 and 6. So this is positive, negative, positive. So you can draw the wavy curve like this, and you are looking for a value called the value should be greater than equal to the inclusive. So it both value would be inclusive here. So the value of x, what you are looking for, is greater than equal to, that would be from minus infinity to minus 1, that is inclusive, and then it would be from 6 to infinity. So this will be your answer. Okay, so your value would be from minus infinity to minus 1, union of 6 to infinity. Okay, fine everyone. Now, suppose if I ask you another question, suppose x plus 2 into x minus 1 whole square into x minus 5 is greater than or equal to 0. Suppose if I ask you this question, so again, you will determine your critical point. Your critical point is minus 2, 1 and 5. Your critical point is minus 2, 1 and 5. Now what I told you, here you can see the coefficient of x everywhere is positive. Okay, so you can directly put plus sign here. Now you're jumping from here to here. So here, what is the threshold value? Is 5. So you can see the power of 5 is 1, odd number. So the sign will change. Okay, now you are jumping over 1. The power of 1 is 2. The power of 1 is 2, means it's an even. So if, because it is even, so the value, the sign will not change. Okay, then your threshold value is minus 2, and that is because of this, where the power of that is odd number, so the sign will change. That's it. So you can do it very fast like this. So you are looking for now here, if you draw the wavy curve, if you draw the wavy curve. So this would be like this. So this would be like this. Now this wavy curve, if I drawing wavy curve, this value is not visible only. So I need some light color. This would be better. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Now I have to find out. Okay, so this is greater than equal to no. So all value would be acceptable. So all value would be acceptable. These all should come. All value should be acceptable because it is greater than it means equal to sign is there. The value of x will be the value of x will be x. You are looking for greater than equal to. So it will be from minus infinity to minus 2 close bracket union of 5 to infinity. So if you notice here, the one should also be the part of the solution. One should also be the part of solution. So you can write union of, and you're looking to add only one value. So that is one. So that we'll write under curly bracket. Fine. So infinity, positive infinity or negative infinity, we always end with open bracket because you cannot reach to infinity. Right. So I don't think anyone have any confusion on that part. Okay. Now the next thing to discuss is rational. The next thing to discuss basically in this short form of this session is basically let's talk about rational inequalities. Basically, the next thing to discuss is let's talk about rational. Let's talk about rational inequality. So basically, a rational inequality, when we did a polynomial inequality, so either the equation would be in the form of linear equation or quadratic or cubical. So in rational inequality, when I talk about rational inequalities, in rational inequality, my equation will be in this numerator denominator form. It would be in this px by qx form, and that and then it would be represented with some inequalities. So let discuss a problem. So let's talk about a problem called suppose x minus 1 into x plus 5, x minus 1 into x plus 5 divide by x into x plus 2, x into x plus 2, and this is greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Okay, so you need to solve this equation. So very easy. Draw the number line. For drawing the number line, first identify the critical point. So your critical point would be 0, then it would be minus 2, and then it would be plus 1, and then it would be minus 5. Okay, okay, fine. Then what you will do here? There's all having the power 1 only, means odd power only. So the sign will get changed. So and the x is having positive coefficient. So no problem. This will be plus minus plus minus plus. Okay. Then I can draw the wavy curve. I can draw the wavy curve. My wavy curve would be like this. Now here, which value will be acceptable? So in denominator, you can understand here that in denominator you cannot get negative value. In denominator, you cannot get your denominator cannot be 0. So here this value cannot be acceptable. Neither this value, because your denominator cannot be 0. Imagine if your x become equal to 0, then your denominator will become 0. So then any number divided by 0 is not acceptable. And if your denominator is minus 2, so if you put x equal to minus 2, then your denominator will become your denominator will become 0. Again, any number divided by 0 is not defined, so we cannot include these two values, but we can include this value and this value. Okay. So what we have to include this value of x. So remember this. So here I'll write the equation. I need positive value. So x is a union from minus infinity to minus 5, close bracket, union of union of, then plus sign, no? Then open bracket -2 comma 0, so open bracket, then union of close bracket 1 comma a positive infinity. Okay, so this is important for us to understand the brackets. More we understand the bracket, it would be better for us whenever we solve the problem. Fine. So anyone have any confusion? It's not at all difficult thing. Only thing we need to more vigilant while solving the question. If we are more vigilant, we'll get the answer very easily. Okay. Next question. When we next question. So the next question is solve for x. Solve for x. Find the value of x. So the equation is x divided by x plus 4 is less than or equal to is, is less than or equal to 1 divided by x plus 1. So guys, I'm giving you 2-3 minutes to think on this question, and if possible to get the answer for this question. So please think on how to get the answer for this question. Fine. So you can pause the video or you can think. I'm giving you 2-3 minute time to work on this problem. So consider this, how you can solve this problem. Anyone got the answer for this question? So understand, before also I told you that whenever you are solving the problem on inequalities, you cannot solve the problem till your RHS is 0. Okay, so try to do that so that the determination of critical point or number line and all we can do once we can make my RHS equal to 0. And the next thing we need to understand here that we cannot use cross multiplication here, because here we don't know the value of x. The value of x can be positive or negative. So the concept of cross multiplication will not work in these kind of cases. So we cannot think about solving the problem by using what you say cross multiplication or not. The better way to do this is to simply bring the RHS on LHS side. So x divided by x plus 4 minus of 1 divided by x plus 1 is less than or equal to 0. Now take LCM. So this would be x plus 4 into x plus 1. So this would be x into x plus 1 minus of x plus 4 is less than or equal to 0. Now solve this x square plus x minus 4 divided by x plus 4 into x plus 1 is less than or equal to 0. So I can write this as x square minus 4 divided by x plus 4 into x plus 1 is less than or equal to 0. So I can write x square minus 4 as x minus 2 into x plus 2. So x minus 2 into x plus 2 divided by x plus 4 into x plus 1 is less than or equal to 0. Now what I can do, I can solve this question very easily. So now I can solve this question very easily by working on number line. So here the critical point would be minus 4 minus 4 minus 2, then minus 1, minus 4 minus 2 minus 1 and 2. Okay, so all are having odd power, so the sign would be plus minus plus minus plus. Okay, and here what value of x I cannot accept. I cannot accept x to be minus 4. Okay, I cannot accept x to be minus 4. Okay, while these values will be acceptable, these values of x should be acceptable. Okay, so if I draw the wavy curve, so here the value of x will be the value of, here the value of x will be positive value, no? Oh sorry, negative value, thank god I saw that. Less than equal to, so less than equal to, so x is from minus 4 to minus 2 inclusive, less than equal to, no? Union of less than equal to, this is not inclusive, minus 1 comma 2 close bracket. Okay, where minus 2 should be the part of the solution, so union of minus 2, this will be your answer. Okay, sorry, minus 2 already is there only. Minus 2 is already there. Already we have included minus 2. So we have included, so minus 4 is there, minus 2 is there, minus 1 is there, plus 2 is there. And the value of x should be less than or equal to. So that's why I'm considering negative value. Clear, right? So everyone, I guess I have understood this. Fine. So going ahead, suppose if I ask you, suppose if I ask this question called x plus 1 to the power 4 into x plus 3 divided by x minus 2 to the power 3 into x square plus 1 greater than or equal to 0. Suppose if I ask you this question, now a very important thing what you need to understand in question like this, a very important thing what you need to understand in this kind of question, that when you see this x square plus 1, when you see this x square plus 1, you know that the square of any positive number, the square of any number, doesn't matter positive or negative, the square of any number, the square of any number is a positive value. So the x square is always a positive value, and any positive value plus 1 will always be a positive value only. So because I know the value of this x square plus 1, so what would be the sign of x square plus 1? The sign of x square plus 1 would be positive. So I can ignore it for my calculation part. Okay, so now my question would be x plus 1 to the power 4 into x plus 3 divided by x minus 2 to the power 3, that is greater than or equal to 0. So I plot a number line minus 3, minus 1 and plus 2. So I'll change the sign. This is plus, this is plus. Now minus 2 odd power minus minus 1 even power, so sign will not change, and minus 3 odd power, sign will change. Okay. And now which value to consider, what not to consider. Minus the x value 2 should not be considered, while these things should be considered. Okay. Now it should be greater than equal to, means x is element from minus infinity to minus 3, close bracket, it should be included. Then it should be from 2, sorry, close bracket of 2, then it should be from 2 to positive, sorry, plus infinity. And in that, when we are talking about that, the value minus 1 should be included. So here you can write this curly bracket. The value minus 1 should be the part of our solution, because the x equal to minus 1 will also bring the equation to be equal to 0. That is again important for us. Okay. Now the next question to discuss, I believe these all are easy questions. The next question to discuss is x square x plus 1 to the power 10 into x minus 2 to the power 4 divided by x plus 4 to the power 7 into x plus 7 to the power 5 into x minus 5 to the power 3, and that is greater than or equal to 0. So this is the equation if I'm asking to solve it. So again, very easy. Draw the number line. So to draw the number line, so it would be minus 7, minus 4, minus 7, minus 4, minus 1, then 0, then 2, then 5. Okay. Now talking about sign, so this is always plus, because the wherever you see x, the coefficient of x is plus only. Okay. Then 5 is power of 5 is odd. You can see the power of 5 is odd, so the sign will change. Okay. Then 2 here is this, the sign of this is even, so this will not change. This will not change. Okay. Now 0 is square, so the sign will not change. Okay. Then minus 1 means x plus 1. Okay. So the sign will not change, because the even power is there, power 10 is there. Then minus 4 odd power is there, so the sign will change. Then minus 7 odd power is there, sign will change. Okay. So what value you cannot consider? Minus 4 you cannot consider. X value cannot be minus 7. Okay. X value cannot be 5. Okay. These value the x cannot accept, while x should be minus 1, x should be 0, and x should be 2. This value should be acceptable. Okay. Now you can draw the curve. You can draw this curve. That is not so relevant. You can draw this curve. Okay. Now the value of x, what you are looking, positive or negative, greater than equal to, that would be from minus 7 to minus 4. Then greater than equal to, then that would be from, then it will be from positive 5 to infinity. And now the value like minus 1, 0 and 2 should be the part of the solution. So this will be your answer. Fine. So very good question. So the last question. So I believe by this much, I believe you would have developed a lot of confidence. I believe working on inequalities, probably by working on the approach of wavy curve method, I don't think you will have any difficulty on working on wavy curve method. You can easily solve the problem based on the wavy curve method. So, working like this, 1 minute. Working like this will not be a problem for you. Okay, so let's see how you can do this. So now again, I told you, whenever you are when you are solving the problem on inequalities, when you are solving the problem on inequalities, I told you you have to make your RHS should be zero. So without that, don't try to draw the number line and all. If you notice in this problem, this x square minus 6x is common. So let assume something. So just for the simplicity of calculation, so let x square minus 6x is equal to y. Okay, so it becomes y plus 3 into y minus 2 is less than or equal to 50. Okay, simple. So I can write y square minus 2y y square minus 2y plus 3y minus 6 minus 50 is less than or equal to 0. So y square plus y minus 56 is less than or equal to 0. So I can write this as y square plus 8y minus 7y minus 56 is less than or equal to 0. So this will be y into y plus 8. So this will be minus 7 y plus 8 less than or equal to 0. So y minus 7 into y plus 8 is less than or equal to 0. So ultimately, now here this problem is not about y. So here, so I assume something as y, that is x square minus 6x. This is x square minus 6x minus 7. This is x square minus 6x plus 8, that is less than or equal to 0. So I can write as x square minus 7x plus x minus 7. Okay. And this I can write as x square minus 4x minus 2x plus 2 is less than or equal to 0. So this is x into x minus 7 x plus 1 into x minus 7. So this is x into x minus 4 minus 2 x minus 4 less than or equal to 0. I hope you can easily understand this. So this is x minus 7 plus 1 x minus 7. This is x minus 4 minus 2 x minus 4. So this will become x plus 1 into x minus 7 x minus 2 into x minus 4 is less than or equal to 0. Okay. So this is x plus 1 into x minus 7 into x minus 2 into x minus 4 is less than or equal to 7. So ultimately, if I draw the number line, so this would be minus 1, this would be 2, this would be 4, this would be 7. So if I draw the number line, it would be minus 1, 2, 4, 7. So this would be positive, negative, you can change the sign. So positive, negative, negative, positive. So if you draw this, so it would be like this. Here, the value of x, okay, all the value because all in numerator only. So you can accept all the values. So, okay, you have to include all the values. So here, the value of x, you should include less than equal to, no. So less than or equal to means the value of x should be from minus 1 to minus 1 to 2, then union of 4 to 7. Union of 4 to 7. 1 minute, what I'm writing, 1 minute. So here the value of x, this is less than equal to, right? This should be less than equal to, here the value is less than equal to. So the value of x here, the negative value, so that it should be from the value of x here, it should be from minus 1 to 2. The value of x would be from minus 1 to 2. then union of, then it should be inclusive. All these values should be inclusive. All these values should be inclusive. So it should be -1 to 2, then union of 4 to 7. All these values should be inclusive. Okay, so it should be from -1 to 2, union of 4 to 7. So this should be less than or equal to. So all values should be inclusive of that. I hope so. This is this much what I thought to do for inequalities for you for your class. I hope you have understood working on inequalities. Solving problems on inequalities are not at all difficult. So basic understanding, if you have, you can easily solve the problem. Only thing you can remember that addition and subtraction does not affect the sign of inequalities, but multiplying or and dividing with negative value will reverse this, will change the sign of inequality. So that you have to keep in your mind while solving the problem. So it will really helpful for you if you solve the problem in that manner. If you use solving the problem in that way, it will really helpful for you. Okay, so I believe it was learning session for all of you. So that this all what I have planned for you in the concept of inequalities. So these concepts I thought to do more or less. I believe I have covered all possible kind of problem which can lead to confusion whenever you are trying to solve the problem based on inequalities. So this session is ideal for all the students who are preparing for GRE or GMAT exam, or they're preparing for some kind of competitive exam, management based competitive exam, or they are 11th standard of mathematics, they are preparing for IT JE exam. For all of them, my session will be helpful. So I hope it was learning session for all of you and you have learned a lot from this session. So keeping that perspective in my mind, it's time to wind up the class. So we'll meet very soon with another concepts on inequalities, which are again very important to be discussed. So guys, so it's my time to say goodbye to all of you. So happy learning. Take care. Bye.